To Mrs. Riley's maths videos. Today we're looking at multiplying involving indices. So remember, indices, this is in algebra, indices are powers. So things like 3 squared or 5 cubed, or 3 to the power of 4. Remember, that's how we say that. So we looked at this in number, and if you remember, when we had squared, what we meant was 3 squared, we meant it was 3 times 3. And 5 cubed meant it was 5 times 5 times 5. 3 to the power of 4 would mean 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. If we just had 3, that was really 3 to the power of 1. Okay, and if we had, say, 3 to the power of 6, that would be 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 6 of those. Okay, and what we did sometimes is we wrote big long lists of numbers like that, big long products with a power. So for instance, we learned that 2 times 2 equals 2 squared, but 2 times 2 times 2 equals 2 cubed, or 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 equals 2 to the power of 4. Now we also had this strange thing going on where we learnt that actually, let's take 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, that actually could be written as 3 squared by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 cubed, if we wanted to. Because 3 by 3 is 3 squared and 3 by 3 by 3 is 3 cubed. And we know actually from looking at that, that 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, that's 5 of those, that would be 3 to the power of 5. And what we can learn is there's actually a handy trick when we're multiplying powers. And the handy trick is that when you multiply with indices, you add the powers, or the indices. So for instance, we got 3 to the power of 5 because 3 squared by 3 cubed is the same as 3 to the power of 2 plus 3, which is 3 to the power of 5. Okay, 2 to the power of 4 by 2 to the power of 7 is 2 to the power of 4 plus 7, which is 2 to the power of 11. 5 squared by 5 to the power of 4 is 5 to the power of 2 plus 4, which is 5 to the power of 6. 10 squared by 10 cubed is 10 to the power of 2 plus 3, which is 5. 10 to the power of 5. Okay, now just something to be aware of here is, say you had 5 by 5 squared, even though there's not a little 1 written there, actually 5 means 5 to the power of 1. And 5 squared, when we add those powers together, we get 5 cubed. So 5 by 5 squared is 5 cubed. Now, how does that work in letters? Well, it works exactly the same. So if you have a by a squared, that's a to the power of 1 by a squared, which is a to the power of 1 plus 2, which is 3. Okay, and if you have x squared by x cubed, that's x to the power of 2 plus 3, which is 5. Or y to the power of 4 by y to the power of 5 would be y to the power of 4 plus 5, which is 9. Or x to the power of 7 by x to the power of 3 would be x to the power of 7 plus 3, which is 10. Now it gets a little bit more complicated, where you have something like this. 2 by a by a. 2 times a means a times a, which is a squared, and then 2 of them, which would be 2a squared. Because don't forget, 2 times a is the same as saying, and now I know this will be a little bit hard, but let's think about it, a times a plus a times a. That's what we do when we're multiplying something by 2, we're adding 2 of them together. Let's take it with numbers, it might be easier to see. 2 by 3 by 3 would mean 2 lots of 3 times 3. Okay, which would be 9 plus 9, which would be 18. 2 by 3 is 6, by 3 is 18. or 3 by 3 is 9, by 2 is 18. Okay, so 2 by A is 2A squared. 3 by W by W by W is 3W to the power of 3. 4 by X by X by X is 4X to the power of 3. 5 by A squared is A by A squared is A cubed. 5 by A cubed is 5A cubed. Okay, let's do one more of those. 7 by M cubed by M squared is M cubed by M squared is M to the power of 5. 7 by that would be 7M to the power of 5. Now, what happens if we have something like this? 2 by A by 4 by A. So then I multiply my A's together and get A squared, and I multiply my 2 by my 4 and get 8. 8A squared. 5 by X by 3 by X will be X by X is X squared. 5 by 3 is 15, so it's 15x squared. 3 by T squared by 4 by T will be T squared by T is T cubed, and 3 by 4 is 12. Now pause the video for a minute, and I'm going to put some questions up on the next page. Let's put the questions up. So here's the questions that I'm going to put up. Let's say question 1, A by A by A. Question 2, X squared by X by X. Question 3, Y to the power of 4 by Y to the power of 6. Question 4, 3 by X by 5 by X. Question 5, 7 by M squared by 3 by M cubed. And question 6, 4 by Z squared by Z cubed by 5. So pause the video, try those questions, and then see whether your answers are the same as mine. Okay? Okay, so welcome back. Let's write down what we get here. A by A by A is A cubed. Remember, 1, 1, 1, add them together, we get 3, A cubed. So the answer is A cubed. X squared by X by X, remember there's a little 1 there, so it's X to the power of 2 plus 1, which is 4. Y to the power of 4 by Y to the power of 6 is Y to the power of 4 plus 6, which is 10. 3 by X by 5 by X is going to be X by X is X squared, and 3 by 5 is 15. It's going to be 15x squared. 7 by M squared by 3 by M cubed. Well, M squared by M cubed is M to the power of 5. 7 by 3 is 21. M to the power of 5. And finally, Z squared by Z cubed is Z to the power of 5. 4 by 5 is 20. 20Z to the power of 5. Hopefully that's beginning to make more sense.